this video lesson, let us understand the reaction of carboxylic acid with thionyl chloride. Even this reaction involves the cleavage of the COH bond. This particular bond gets cleaved. So SOCl2 is the molecular formula of thionyl chloride. Thionyl chloride. So when treated with thionyl chloride, again this bond cleaves OH will be substituted easily by Cl, and this reaction is often carried out in presence of pyridine as the catalyst. Now what happens? One Cl will go there, then this O will combine with SO forming SO2. The H will come out combining with one more Cl as HCl. So let us write what are all the different products we will be getting. R, CO and then the Cl instead of OH. Cl along with this SO and then this O forming SO2 liberated. Along with that H combining with one more Cl forming HCl. This is also in the gaseous state, so it also escapes. So the reaction with thionyl chloride is the most preferred reaction in order to obtain acid chlorides, for the reason the other two byproducts obtained will be in the gaseous state and they will escape, leaving behind the reacting mixture. So that means we will obtain pure acid chloride. There is no need for us to again subject it to the process of any further purification. So if our aim is to obtain an acid chloride from carboxylic acid, the most preferred method is to treat the carboxylic acid with thionyl chloride. Pyridine present here, which is basic in nature, is having the ability to absorb HCl. So it will do two jobs for us. It will act as a catalyst as well as it will absorb the HCl that is formed. So now let me explain this with example. Let me write with the example first, or the first example where I am going to replace R with CH3. CH3 COOH. You know that this is acetic acid or ethanoic acid. Acetic acid or ethanoic acid. Dear students, always make it a point to write the name of the compound below the molecular formula without fail. That's very important. Then when treated with thionyl chloride in presence of pyridine, what's the other product we are going to get? This remains intact. So CH3, C, double bond O, then Cl, because OH is replaced by Cl. Now this O will combine with SO forming SO2 in the gaseous state, so it escapes. Along with this H, one more Cl combines forming HCl, which will also be in the gaseous state, which escapes. So what's the name of this? This is acetyl chloride. Quite a few number of times you have already now learned the name of this compound. That is its trivial nomenclature. Its IUPAC nomenclature will be ethanoyl chloride. Acetyl chloride or ethanoyl chloride. Now let us take up another example so that the concept is made some more easier for you. Replacing R with C6H5. One is an aliphatic acid, another is an aromatic acid under consideration. So this is benzoic acid. Benzoic acid is sanctioned name. We can use it, or we can also call this as benzene carboxylic acid that you have learnt in the nomenclature video. Now benzoic acid is treated with thionyl chloride in presence of the pyridine as the catalyst. So what happens? This remains intact. So we we obtain C6H5CO as it is. In the place of OH, it is replaced by Cl. So what's the name of this compound? Benzoyl chloride. Benzoyl chloride. Along with this, we obtain sulfur dioxide and HCl, both in the gaseous state. So they escape, leaving behind benzoyl chloride in the pure form. So there is no need for us to again subject it to the further process of purification. So like this, whenever carboxylic acid is treated with either phosphorus pentachloride or phosphorus trichloride or the thionyl chloride. About phosphorus pentachloride and phosphorus trichloride reaction, I have done it in the previous videos. Please watch that also. Then with thionyl chloride, all of these three will yield the corresponding acid chloride as our product. But the best suitable method is to treat the carboxylic acid with thionyl chloride if our aim is to obtain pure thionyl chloride, or if our aim is to obtain pure ethynyl chloride or pure benzoyl chloride, because the other two byproducts formed are in the gaseous state, they escape, leaving behind the reacting mixture in the most pure state. That means the product will be obtained in the more pure state without further subjecting it to the process of purification. The next video I will be covering with the reaction with ammonia, which is also involving the cleavage of the COH bond. Watch that also. Then that will complete all the reactions involving COH bond cleavage. Thank you.